Hey, what is up guys? This is Knight here, and today I am finally coming back at you again today, people, with a brand new video. I know I've been on like a month and a half long hiatus since I've uploaded on YouTube. I've just been so busy with so many different things, and it's just really been taking a big drag on me and preventing me from being able to upload on YouTube for so long. But I'm finally back, and not only am I back, but it's a pretty special video because today, you saw the title, it is my 300 subscriber special. It feels like just yesterday I did my 200 sub special, but yeah, we have already hit another 100 plus subs, so I want to give a huge thank you to all of you guys for all of your support. You guys are such absolute legends. And so for our 300 subscriber special, ladies and gentlemen, you already saw the title, you know what it is. It's going to be top 10 Pokemon that could be Fortnite skins. Now I know this does actually seem kind of random, especially for a 300 subscriber video, but the main reason I'm doing this is because I've actually been getting quite a bit into Pokemon recently. Ever since I've been using Lucario and Smash Bros, I've actually been getting really into the franchise. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Unite recently, and also catching up on the anime, and it's actually just something that I've really come to enjoy. And so because of that, I think it would be a fun idea for a 300 subscriber video. So if you guys do enjoy it, then please do me a solid and leave a big fat thumbs up and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. And with all that said, let's just jump right into it. Alright guys, so before we jump into the top 10, I do have to actually give one quick honorable mention, and that is actually going to go to Rayquaza. And the reason I'm not going to put this on the list is because obviously this would never work as a skin. However, it is a very cool and very sick Pokemon, and so I'm thinking what they could possibly do for this is actually make it a glider. I think having Rayquaza as a rideable glider in the game would be just one of the coolest things ever, and also maybe even give it a style to be shiny or its mega form or all of the above. Honestly, I think if they were to do any Pokemon collaborations, this would be a really cool way to do it. But again, it wouldn't really work as a skin, so that's why I decided to only put it in as honorable mention. But now, with that out of the way, let's jump into the actual ranking. Alright everyone, so starting off our list at the number 10 spot, I decided to give this one to Blaziken. Now, admittedly, Blaziken was never one of my personal favorite Pokemon, and I still wouldn't say he is. However, I know he's actually a fairly popular one among the Pokemon community, and I wanted to keep this video fairly objective, so I decided to show him some love and give him a spot on the list. Now, admittedly, I wouldn't say that there's a whole lot of cool Pokemon that also managed to fit somewhat within the Fortnite suitable character model. But Blaziken, I definitely think, is one of them. He's such a cool and unique looking fire type. And again, I know he is very popular, so for that reason alone, I decided to be nice and give him a spot on the list. Alright, and now moving on to our number 9 entry, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be keeping it fire themed with this one, as it is going to be fernape. Honestly, one of the coolest designs Pokemon has ever made. I never thought that they could make a fire monkey look this cool, but yet here we are. And not only do I think it could translate very well into Fortnite, as it would fit very nicely into the Fortnite character models, but I think it would also be very well received by the community, as well as it's such a very cool and unique design. But it's also not too bulky, so I could genuinely see a couple of competitive players possibly running this if it was to be put into the game. But of course, I also believe that the casual community would love this one, as well as just a very cool and unique and extravagant design. So overall, I really think that if they were to ever do a Pokemon collab and this was made into a skin, it could possibly be one of the most popular ones out there. Alright, and now moving on to our number 8 position. This is going to be Gardevoir. Now, I was honestly pretty 50-50 on this one when I first decided to put it on the list, because I wasn't sure exactly how it would work with the hitbox, because her legs are so tucked away underneath her dress. But then I remember we got skins like Drift, Fade, and Catalyst, and those skins are pretty much the exact same thing, but they work perfectly fine, so why the heck wouldn't this work? Honestly, I think Gardevoir is actually a very cool looking Pokemon and a classic from Generation 1, and again, I think this one would be very popular among the Fortnite community, possibly more so the Sweats than anyone else. So she's not one of my personal favorites, but again, I want to keep this video fairly objective, so I decided, you know what, I'll be nice to her and give her a spot on the list. Alright, and now moving on to our number 7 entry. This is going to be Lycanrock. Now, at first I was thinking that this is never one that would possibly work because of the fact that it's a wolf-type Pokemon that walks on all fours. But then I remembered it does have one form, that being his Midnight version, that walks on 2 legs. Therefore, if they were to just maybe change the proportions a little bit with this one, then they could very well use that and make it into a skin. I mean, you know, they already have skins like Dire and Phoenix and numerous others, so I genuinely see no reason why this one couldn't work. And you know me, I love a good wolf skin in Fortnite, and I think this is one of the coolest wolf Pokemon designs I've ever seen. And so, again, if it was to be put into the game, it could very well go down as one of my personal favorite crossover skins in the entire game. Alright, now moving on to our number 6 spot, let's talk about Incineroar. Now, obviously, I mean, this is a Pokemon that walks on 2 legs and has, you know, 2 arms, so it's fairly obvious why this one would work, as it would most likely be able to fit pretty easily into the Fortnite character model. However, as popular of a Pokemon as this is, I highly doubt the Sweats would actually probably use this one, because of the fact that I think it would have a pretty bad ADS in terms of his head, because he has some pretty big whiskers, and the fact that he's just an overall pretty bulky looking dude. So I think this one would be really cool, but if it was to be added to the game, I actually don't think it would be all that popular in terms of the Fortnite community. But that being said, I know there are a lot of big Pokemon fans that play this game that would really appreciate if Incineroar did get added. Alright, and now moving on to our number 5 entry, this is going to be Zoroark. And this one is definitely very nostalgic for me, because even though it wasn't until recently that I actually got into Pokemon, I did once have a bit of a passion for it back when I was little, and that was during Generation 5. So Zoroark is just such a huge classic to me. And again, I think this one definitely could work very well just in terms of being able to fit somewhere within the realm of the Fortnite character models. Maybe they would have to change the proportions a little bit. I don't really see it being that competitive though, just because of the fact that I think the ADS would be kind of bad because he has all that fur going on in the back. But again, I think it's just such a sick, cool, and iconic Pokemon that I think a lot of the diehard Pokemon fans would really appreciate if this was to be put into the game. And honestly, if they were to ever do a Pokemon collab, this would probably be in the top 3 ones that I would want to see. Alright, and now moving on to number 4. This is going to be Cinderace, actually a relatively new Pokemon as it was introduced in Generation 8, but despite being so new, it is still so loved by the Pokemon community, at least as far as I've seen. And I can actually see why. It's a very cool and, again, very unique design. Honestly, I never would have thought that they could have turned a bunny into something this sick and this awesome looking, but somehow Game Freak manages to pull it off. And honestly, I think it would be very, very cool if this was added to the game. And I know some of you might be thinking, hey, that probably wouldn't work because it has a huge head. And then my counter argument to that would be, look at these skins. Exactly. Alright, now cracking into the top 3, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be, I think, what could be the most popular Pokemon on this entire list. This is going to be Greninja. I mean, what's there to say that hasn't already been said about this absolute legend of a Pokemon, everyone's favorite water frog? And I think this one does have a lot of potential, not only just because of how, you know, cool the design is, but I think they could actually add some styles in as well. I know the shiny form is very popular, and as well they could also add in the Ash Greninja, both as edit styles, and maybe they could even add some kind of built-in emote to transform from Greninja to Ash Greninja in-game. I think there is just a whole ton of potential for this skin. And not only that, but I do think it actually could become extremely popular among both the casual and competitive side, as because, you know, he's just already a very popular Pokemon as it is, so of course the casuals are going to love him. But on top of that, he's actually kind of a slimmed down looking dude, so there is actually a little bit of a probability that he could very well become popular among the competitive scene as well. Alright, and now moving on to our number 2 entry. This is going to be Mewtwo. Now, at first I was kind of 50-50 on this one just because the shape of him is very weird, but then you gotta remember, we have skins like Dire, Phoenix, and Aim in the game, all these weirdly shaped skins, but somehow Fortnite does manage to make them work, so I definitely think this one could work very much as well, although I do think they would probably have to do something like they did with the Xenomorph, where they take the tail and possibly make it an edit style, or just a full-on separate back bling. But that aside, I still think that this could just be a sick looking skin. I just love the concept of being able to play as what I'm pretty sure a lot can agree with is one of the most strong and powerful Pokemon of all time. He's just such a sick looking dude, and I love the design. They could possibly give him a style or built-in emote to turn him into Mega Mewtwo X. I don't think Mega Mewtwo Y would work that well because he's kind of shortened down, but I think Mega Mewtwo X definitely could work as an edit style. And just, again, overall, it's another one that I do think if it was to be put into the game, it would have a lot of potential. Alright, but then finally closing off our list at our number 1 position, ladies and gentlemen. You may or may not have seen this coming depending on how much you've been keeping up with my channel recently. But of course, it's going to be my boy Lucario. Honestly, easily, hands down, my personal favorite Pokemon of all time. So therefore, I felt I had to give him the number 1 spot on this list. Not only would he just work perfectly in terms of just being able to fit within the Fortnite character model, as he's already kind of just the standard height of a normal person, but on top of that, he's just such a very cool and sick design. And not only do I think the original Lucario would work perfectly for the game, but I also think they could possibly give him an edit style as well as a built-in emote to Mega Evolve, and then being able to just play as Mega Lucario. Everything about it just sounds so awesome. Honestly, epic. I don't know if it's possible, but if it is at all possible to get the rights to this, please, Lucario, I am begging for this skin. Like, I'm not even joking. I know I said before that they probably couldn't beat Terminator as my favorite crossover skin in the game, but there's one contender that could possibly do it, and Lucario is that contender. You heard it here first. If they ever put Lucario in the game, it will definitely be my new favorite crossover skin of all time. Alright guys, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to leave a big fat thumbs up and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. Again, apologies I haven't been able to upload a lot recently, but also I do want to give a huge thank you to all of you guys for your support, and thank you for helping me reach 300 subscribers. Seriously, you guys are such absolute legends. It means a lot to me. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. What are some Pokemon that you think would be awesome to have as skins in Fortnite? But with that said, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.